Morning, folks. This is going to be a real toughie for some of us. I've been reading through this. Wait till you hear this. But I tell you what, if you do it, it'll make a fundamental difference in your life. I know that because I've done it. So we've talked about giving away thanks and how you have to give that thanks in order not to receive. You know, if you do that for that reason, then possibly your intentions aren't right. You're given to receive. So just give for the sake of giving and learn to do that, and it'll be beneficial towards you. So even if you perceive that someone has mistreated you, here we go. Find the lesson you learned from them and put that contribution on your list. Once you've listed all the gifts of the various people in your life, systematically go through about thanking them. Wow. Systematically go through thanking them. Morning, Francis. If it's someone you haven't seen or heard for a while, surprise them with a call or a letter, simply acknowledging them for what they've contributed to your life. Remember I spoke about yesterday about the guy that bullied me at Tillis Russell? Thank you very much, Colin. You did me the biggest favour ever. You'll be amazed at the pleasure you'll get and give from doing this. With some people in our life, such as an ex-spouse, ex-friends, or boss, or alienated parents, or children, this can be especially difficult. To help rid yourself of your present feelings of resentment and anger, try an exercise that Dr. Susan Jeffers learned in our workshops many moons ago. So find an empty room and turn off the telephone. Put on the soothing music, sit down in a comfortable chair and close your eyes. Morning, Anne-Marie. Visualize someone who brings up a lot of anger and pain. This isn't going to be easy, remember, but I tell you, it works. Picture them in front of you, first surround them with rays of white, healing light, and tell them that you wish them all the good things, everything they could possibly want in their lifetime. Thank them for whatever they've given you, keeping doing this until you feel your negative emotions leaving you. Morning, Alana. I tell you what, the one thing I learned from one of my minister, Alan Donaldson, I remember he stood on stage and he said, resentment to someone else is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Wow. That's a profound statement that sat with me all this time and will never leave me as a result of that. If you harbour a grudge against someone, the only person you're doing it to is yourself. You're twisting yourself up inside. You're creating so much turmoil in your life, all because of resentment to someone else. And to be honest, they couldn't care less because they don't even know sometimes. They go about their business and their daily lives, not bothered, while you sit and suffer as a victim. Don't become a victim, be a victor. To say this isn't easy, to utter the biggest understatement in the world, really. Wishing someone good things. Are you out of your mind? I want to see them suffer for what they've done to me, and she says. And this is what she goes on to say. The first time she did this exercise, I picked someone up who had previously worked for me and who had caused me a great deal of upset and pain. I had trusted him, and to my mind, he had betrayed me. Note the victim mentality is in full bloom here. Obviously, I wasn't taking responsibility of my own experience in life at that time. As I went through this exercise, I experienced an incredible series of emotions, and you will too. First, I was shocked at the anger and resentment I was holding. I found it impossible, almost impossible, even in my mind's eye, to wish him anything good. My initial anger towards him was monumental. As I slowly released the anger, I got in touch and the pain I felt. This turned into anger at myself for allowing this to happen. And she really was really annoyed with herself because she allowed this to happen in the first place. And this is what I mean. You will eventually realise that you're allowing it to happen. And you shouldn't have let it to happen. You're drinking poison and expecting another person to die. Good morning, Andrea. This turned into forgiveness of myself and of him. I was able to see both of us simply as people who had done the best we could at that time. I could then surround us both with healing white light. This process took about an hour, which I began. I thought nothing much would happen as a result of that. I was wrong. I screamed, I cried, I hurt, I hated, I opened up, I forgave, I loved, I felt peace. I continued to do this daily exercise until I no longer felt anything negative about this person and could freely wish him all the good things. So she goes on to say, I did this exercise for all the people in my life for whom I was holding any negativity towards, no matter how great or slight it was. One of the people was her ex-husband. When she was able to reach to the point in her visualization when she had wished him only good, she phoned him and invited him to lunch. And she simply said that there was some things that I'd never told him that I wanted to do so now. He was pleased I had called and we met for lunch. I told him all the great things I really did appreciate about him when we were married and the qualities that she had admired in him. Her openness invited openness on his part, and he shared things about me that were loving as well in her. When I left lunch that day, I felt I'd completed something heartfelt that had been incomplete and felt wonderful as a result of it. If you cannot actually meet with people on your to-do list, do it in your mind. Now, I've done that before. I've actually just visualized this person. I've gone through the process. I've actually forgave them and all the rest of it. I have never met my former boss at Tillers Russell, but every single time in my mind, I thank him for what he did to me, because I would never be where I was without that. And I've let go of that resentment years ago, and I feel a lot better for it. So talk to them as if they were sitting in front of you and tell them what you want to say. Heal that relationship within yourself. In terms of your physical and mental health, it's just as good as if they were actually sitting in front of you. We need to get rid of the pain and the anger before we can bring in love. When we all feel negative feelings about people in our past, we carry those feelings to those in our present. Not only that, but we can make ourselves physically ill. This is what I talked about. As some of us, you may already have experienced. An excellent book to read on this subject is Healing Your Body and Mind. As Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. She has many, many exercises that will help you release the anger and pain and resentment you'll be carrying around with you. I'll be interested to see how many people actually do this. And if you do, please tell me. Just private message me. You don't need to tell everybody. I'd just be more intrigued. I've done it. And it is so stress relieving and so mindfulness. That's a word that's really bandied about a lot today. So many people don't say thank you because you don't realize how important their thanks may be. Remember, you count and your thanks count. Don't let opportunity go by to thank someone who has given you something, anything at all. If it seems difficult for you right now, start with the casual situations, such as saying to someone at work, thank you for that, or I appreciate that, or thank you for being happy today. It's made me happy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Get the drift. Start getting all those words into your consciousness about everyone around you. Start thanking others instead of wanting for thanks to come to you instead. This is all about giving, remember. The more you give, the more you'll be peaceful with yourself and the more you can love. It's tough in the beginning and it gets easier. Giving away thanks is like a muscle to be used. So remember, this is all about practice. This is all a muscle to be used. Good morning, Craig. As we flex it, it gets stronger and it just takes exercise. And I'll see you tomorrow at 7:30.